What's the? I
You
don't
should
know
say
what
that.
internet taking for.
You said that right.
Everybody, Big Ed here, and I am here with the devastation information, Jim, and the flying Hawaiian who just flew out of the screen.
I'm here.
Oh, he's here. Okay, there he is. He flew back in. There you go. He's living up to his name tonight.
I'm flying all over the place.
I'll tell you what a great game if you're an Eagles fan last night, even though a lot of people look, I just thought the game was a good game in general. And the reason why is because I just like football and the way the football is supposed to be played. Defensive battle last night. I thought both sides played really well. When I watched the Packers on the defensive side of the ball, they played well. But I also think that the Eagles, in being honest, in my evaluation, offensively they were struggling last night. It wasn't Hurts' best game. And Jim's eating yogurt. What he's eating? Jello. So, just looking at the game last night, I just felt like that, they did enough that they had to do to win. I thought the defense, I thought Jalen Phillips was great. So, what were your takeaways from that game last night? I'll start with you, Kerry.
I think it was a good win. Defense looks playoff ready, I think, but the offense struggled last night again. Play calling was but going to Green Bay and getting a win it's like I guess Jim said earlier, it's a feather in our cap if you can go into Green Bay and get a win. A lot of people had that marked as a loss at the beginning of the season. They saw our schedule and like, oh, that's a loss at Green Bay.
Yeah.
But defense showed out. Good game, man. It was a fun game to watch. I liked it. I like defensive battles. I love when the defense makes stops like that.
I thought it was a good game last night. I actually thought, and hey guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Check us out on StraightShooterSports.com. There's a lot of good articles this week. Also, if you have any questions, put your questions below or any comments below. And, we're live streaming right now, not only on our page, we're live streaming on, our pages, personal pages, plus anywhere else we're live streaming. You'll be able to catch us at, check our highlights out on TikTok and on Reels. Anyway, so going into that game last night, just going back, looking at it again, like I said, I really thought, the new guy came in, Jalen Phillips came in, played hard. They got off the ball. I mean, Jalen Carter's a beast. I don't care what you say, Jim. Defensive tackle is definitely an impact position. You can say whatever you want, but
Never said it wasn't. Never said it wasn't. But go ahead.
Yeah, but you were there. Like you have to. He made some plays last night that just changed some of the game. I mean, he did. I mean, that he is an impact player. But I do think overall they did what Phillips brought to the table is he set the edge. I wasn't necessarily seeing that with the other guys. If you saw like how he basically got off the ball, jacked the guy up, got on the outside corner. Yeah. Those other guys weren't as physical as he is, and he has some explosiveness to him. I like him. Should be interesting to see. I think not getting into next week too much, but I really think that this is a game that I'm circling on the calendar, and I'm looking at it like, okay, this is going to be a tough one for the Eagles, even though they're playing at home. They got the Lions next week, and I don't know how you guys feel about that. We can talk about that later, but that's a game. I thought, they might split these two. I thought they might either beat Green Bay, and then next week's going to be the tough one. So anyway, but, I thought they played decent. Would you, Jim? I know you were last night. Yeah. So what's your takeaways from last night, and also any other games you want to talk about?
I told you the situation was hard for me to see the TV from where I was, but calm down. Now here's the thing: defenses. Was it the defenses or did the offenses play poorly? I don't know. Was the weather a big factor in this? I don't know. I really couldn't tell with the TV. But I'll tell you what was disappointing to me was the Packers. And I'm not taking nothing away from the Eagles' defense. They played great. Your new guy, you guys are telling me, was really a man out there. And he probably helped out Carter by pushing the edge. He's probably going to make Carter better now because maybe Carter won't get all that attention. And now he can make the impact.
Yeah.
Yes, now he can make that bigger impact. But I'll say this, and they're going to fire that coach in Green Bay if this season doesn't turn around. If they're not in the playoffs and win a playoff game, they will fire him. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I think they're going to fire him. They had a play where they got to like the 10-yard line, a 22-yard pass, and they had called for illegal formation. Okay, someone didn't line up. I think over top of the tight end or something. Some stupid like that.
Yeah. Yes.
The offensive lineman he claimed eligible as a receiver, but the receiver covered him.
And this is stuff you can happen in the preseason, week 1 and 2. You're week 10 and you're still doing this. That's unacceptable. The drop passes, you can't. They kept having dumb penalties. The quarterback did something. I saw the highlight. I watched it twice. I still don't know what he did. He was about to get sacked, and somehow he fumbled the ball up in the air. It was a weird thing.
He looked like he was trying to make a play, trying to get the ball out to somebody.
He lost control of the ball, so instead of grabbing it, he just tried to swat it.
Yeah. I couldn't see from my van, and I kept walking up the TV, and I really couldn't see very well. But Green Bay, to make them kind of mistakes is unacceptable at this time of the year. It just is. And this is stuff I see happen in week 1 or 2. That guy's going to get fired. That coach will get fired.
Well, the saving grace for him, though, Jim, would be he didn't have the weapons that he needed to have on offense. I mean, he didn't have. He was missing his tight end. Yeah, he was missing his tight end. Those guys were banged up.
Draft a guy. Did he play number 0? He was a guy who was recruited heavily coming out of college. The Cowboys were rumored to draft him. But the Green Bay got him. I don't think he played. He was another one. They say he's like Malik Neighbors, guy at the Giants.
Yeah.
But they're missing weapons. I don't care if you're missing weapons or not. The ball hit you in the chest, you have to catch it.
Yes.
And that happened a couple times. They're making dumb mistakes, illegal procedures and stuff. They are not not well disciplined. And that's coaching. And that guy's going to get fired this year. You paid $47 million for a guy who got 1 tackle yesterday, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
$47 million for a guy who got 1 tackle.
Listen, I'll say this about him. He looked like he had a little bit in his motor. And I know he loved the fact when Lane Johnson went out last night. I can tell you that.
He came back. I don't think he's coming back the way it looked at first.
I thought that was an ACL all the way, to be honest.
I thought it was done.
Yeah, he was started off in everything, man.
Exactly.
Can I talk to Micah for 1 second about something?
Yeah.
Now, when he came to Dallas, they were the worst defense in football. He made the worst defense in football, the Cowboys, into a better than average defense, somewhere between 15 and 10. And they led the league in causing turnovers 2 years in a row with Micah there. Now, Green Bay has a pretty good defense. He made a Green Bay defense pretty good, great. Even though I just blasted him for not making plays, but his presence is drawing people to him, is opening up things for other guys to make plays.
Of course.
And that's a stat you will not see. He took a crappy Dallas defense and made it above average. Now the Dallas defense is back down here. And the Green Bay defense went from here through the roof. So that's one stat you can't see on paper.
I look at Green Bay and I see like extreme inconsistency, man. Like they were hitting.
Both defenses were hitting. And I'll tell you what, Carrie, your boy 27, you ain't lying. He's pretty damn good.
Quinyon Mitchell.
When he went down in the first quarter, man, that was scary.
He's a shutdown corner.
It's like a carried away. Every time I look over, that dude's making a play.
I watch him every week. I'm telling you, dude is a shutdown corner.
There's only one shutdown corner I ever saw in my life play football.
I mean, the dude follows the number 1 receiver throughout the field. He doesn't play zone.
I wouldn't call it a shutdown. I would say he's probably the best corner in football.
Yeah. Listen, nobody's perfect, but I can tell you this. He's pretty darn close. He's amazing. And the funny thing is, Cooper DeJean always is the one that gets they talk about him.
He had a flag on him yesterday, and one was declined. So he would have had 2 on him yesterday.
Yeah. Well, my point is, Quinyon Mitchell is, he's the silent assassin, man. He's that good. And you know what? Also the safety, Akuba, he's real good. I mean, look, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen because Blankenship's on a contract year this year, and it's going to be interesting
Well,
to
you
see
let
what
him
they're going
walk.
to do with him. I think
You
they'll let
let
him
someone
walk.
like that.
Yeah, I think
I
they'll
don't
let him walk.
Quarterbacks make big money. Like that dude, you're 27.
Oh
He's
yeah.
got 2 more. He's only
He's
second
locked.
year,
They better
right?
lock him. They're going to lock him in for
2
life.
more years. If he keeps getting better and better, and he does
Yeah.
become that shut down that people want to keep calling him,
Yeah.
dude, that's $35 million a year,
Oh, easy.
and that's a
Easy.
big nut.
Yeah,
Because don't forget
we
now,
still got 3 more
don't-
years to worry about that.
Yeah.
well, they can franchise tag him if he wants it. I mean, it could turn to a Michael Parsons thing, dude. But don't forget about Carter.
Howie
getting
doesn't
paid
use.
too.
Howie never uses a
Well,
franchise tag.
This is like our problems you got to face of 100. This is like number 97.
Yeah.
So we don't like
Exactly.
that.
But let's talk about the quarterback position because I know, like you kill our you kill Hurts. But let me just talk to you about that because we talked about that today a little bit online in the group. And the one thing you talk about a lot, Jim, is stats and how your quarterback Dak Prescott, your stats are better than our stats. And I always say this, and the one thing I did get from you today, at least you said something nice about Jalen Hurts, is he's a good game manager. And
Yeah,
he is
he
a
is.
good game manager, and he provides leadership. Now, can he throw the ball? Can he throw the ball in some tight spots? I've seen it. I mean, it's the one thing I will say, and I'm just being totally honest here. Arm strength. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you guys could tell me I'm wrong. Personally, I think his arm strength isn't as elite as some of the other guys who throw that ball and be able to get that ball out there. I just don't see it.
I think he's one of the best deep throwers in the league.
Yeah, but the deep throw is different than throwing on a rope. It's a different type of pass, and that's
Blake,
the thing.
Jeff Blake was a good deep thrower. It was a balloon.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like he gets it downfield. He throws it nice. He throws that the dagger pass that they had in Super Bowl. Devontae did it last night again. Throws that ball down deep. I want to see more zip on the ball from him. I do. When I see when he gets out there, look, he makes plays. He opens up things with his feet. He runs the guy. I think but I think there's definitely growth there for him. I don't understand, and I don't understand. You guys can help me out with this. What is going on? Why won't they get AJ Brown the ball either over the middle, trying to get him in space, throw some quick outs, something like this? Just get this guy involved. I mean,
he's going to have a monster game this week, AJ Brown.
Yeah, I hope so.
He's got one. I'll tell you right now.
Did you see that block last night? Now, I'm a fan of AJ Brown. I am. I love the guy.
I think he's awesome.
When I saw him throw that block when Saquon was running down the field, and he got in front of that guy, and he's like, throwing. Here's a guy that's a competitor. I'm befuddled.
I think he's still hurt, man. I don't think he's fully healthy. He doesn't look like he's running at full speed to me.
I think he's. Honestly, I mean, his heart. He wants to get his heart into the game. He wants to not only get his catches.
And hamstrings, man. Hamstrings linger. They lingered throughout the whole season. But
they do. I mean, look, I had a hammy injury when I was in college, and I'll tell you what, they take a while to come back from to at least get that strength in the back of your leg. And I was just not just a lineman, but when you're a receiver or something like that, guy with speed needs to get downfield. I see that. But nevertheless, this guy's a great talent. You get him in the game plan. You spread it out a little bit. Like last night, how many passes did Goddard have?
2 targets. He had 2 targets yesterday.
Yeah, he had 2 targets. But how many would Goddard have? 5?
Goddard had, I think AJ ended up with like 3 or 4 targets.
Well, the one at the end, which was a knucklehead call by Sirianni.
Yeah, that was a bad call, man. That was a horrible call. That was one of the worst calls. We're lucky we didn't lose.
That was Bush League. That was like Little League football. I was like, what the? And if you're gonna go for it, just go for the 7-yard pass, just to put the game on ice. I mean, it made no sense. That could have bit him in the ass, big time.
You know what I think on that 4th down play they were thinking, and maybe it may be a bonehead play. I'm thinking they would think sometimes they throw it deep on a 3rd down and pretend like it's a punt.
Yeah,
they intercept it. I wonder if they were thinking that way a little bit. They were going to pick it off, but a defensive player would know not to knock it down. They're probably told to. That ball was inside. The ball should have been over the left side, outside shoulder.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking because it was on the inside, maybe they were thinking about him intercepting it. I don't know.
Yeah, they could
But you're
maybe be going for a pass interference. Who knows?
something
I think
like
it was
that.
just
Yeah, I
a
think I heard
bonehead
that
play.
too. But I don't think anyone's going to. I don't think you're going to get that call. That's blatant at that time.
Yeah.
To only target AJ Brown twice, and what you're saying, blocking for Barkley. I'm going to say this: sometimes you block harder for your friends than you do for the team.
Yeah.
And there's also games that I've been in that I've actually, I never played any kind of football like you have, Ed, but I've been in some pretty heavy pickup games where it was bad and the ball wasn't coming my way, and I lost interest. And then I had to get back into it again. I had to do something. I had to make a play, whether it was a block or something, or get the fucking. I kind of just, I'm running around. It's cold. It's windy. I'm losing my. I'm just,
Well,
I
one of
really
our
haven't-
viewers, Clinton Gottinger, who needs some choice words for you, Jim.
I know
said-
exactly what he said.
He said,
Starts with a G.
yeah, he said that basically that was an audible. I didn't hear that. That basically Jalen,
What was the audible? The fourth down?
yeah, the fourth down was an audible. That
I
AJ
could
called
see it being audible.
that Hurts called that audible.
I can see it being audible if it was one-on-one coverage on the outside. That wasn't one-on-one coverage. They had him. They was blanketed. There was the one to find next to him. I
thought they should have just let the play clock go down. You take the penalty and you punt it. You
No,
get
you
them at
can't.
the 20. You
Yeah,
get them
you
at
play
the
to
20.
win. You play. Listen, that was bonehead. I don't care. Listen, it was kind of. I think even Troy Aikman. I think Troy Aikman was going to actually like fall off his chair. He's like, I just don't understand this. I just don't understand this.
What would have been more boneheaded if the guy would have intercepted it
Yeah.
and got tackled right there.
Yeah, I can only listen to Aikman so much. So I was flipping between the Peyton and Eli telecast.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good, man.
I'll be honest with you. I like Aikman. I do. I mean, I don't like him. I didn't like him when he played for the Cowboys, but I like him and Buck. I think they do a decent job.
He almost played for the Eagles.
Huh?
Aikman almost played for the Eagles after he retired. He almost came to Philly.
Oh, I remember there was talk about that at one point. Yeah.
When McNabb broke his leg and
Yes.
Aikman was doing the game, and Andy Reid was on the phone at halftime saying, "Yo, what are you doing?" It's like I'm doing a broadcast. What do you mean? What am I doing? He was like quarterback for the Eagles.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't seem right. Aikman was pretty. Aikman said he wasn't done. He said he still had some fire. I don't know. I think that guy took too many hits. I think he was done physically.
Yeah.
He could have been a couple years in Dallas. The offensive line wasn't very good. He had no receivers. He was throwing a lot of interceptions because he was hearing footsteps.
Yeah. All right. That's enough about Dallas.
Yeah,
Anyway.
he was like one more concussion away from being the next.
To be an idiot.
Yeah.
But I do
all over himself.
Let's see what else we got. Any new comments over here? Nothing. Yeah.
Where are you seeing comments?
Well, on your page when it came up. So that's why I saw that when that came up. So it was just kind of interesting to see that.
Are we in the group right now?
Are we in the
Are
group?
we in Sharpshooters football group right now?
Okay, share the group. I don't know if I did.
Are we in the group? Because the group would have questions.
Yeah, let's get it into the group.
How do you do that?
All right, hold on.
Oh, you would get a lot of questions. That with me and Carrie going here.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna go to the group. Oh, that's a message. You guys keep talking amongst yourselves. I'm trying to do this here.
Ed, if you can use the @everyone thing and tag people, they'll know we're live in the group and they'll see us.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They'll get the notification on their phone.
See, Jim, you are good for something.
No, I'm a master of groups, my friend. Nobody knows more about groups than I do.
You're a master of something.
Yeah, I got to master this. I'm a master of football.
Oh, boy. All right, we just put it on there right now.
Facebook groups, I know a lot. Nobody knows. Not many people have anything on me on Facebook groups.
That's true.
Carrie knows. He's seen my selfie group in a Tay-Day. It was a madhouse.
Okay. So there we go. We just put it on there, and hopefully everybody will get a notification. So that would be awesome. That would be great. We'll make that happen.
Yeah, you can see the questions because I can't see shit.
I don't see it. The only one I saw was on Carrie's page, and then I mentioned Clinton.
All I
No.
see is all I see is somebody promoting their selling houses.
Yeah, that's what happens when you own the video machine.
Yeah, I can see somebody promoting themselves. Again.
Yeah, hey, listen,
Big AJ sells houses.
you're Big Ed. There you go, man. Come on,
Big AJ.
Big AJ,
All right, so.
Big AJ, whatever. All right, so all right. So what are
Oh,
we talking? Oh, before the show.
You want me to get into something about the Hurts thing and about stats?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Talk about your stats and Hurts. Let's hear the brain trust here. Go ahead.
When I say stats, my biggest problem I have with this is some Eagle fans will take the wins and like team stats and try to push them into Jalen Hurts stats. And I always say, no. We're going to talk quarterback stats, not team stats. That's where that comes from.
But why?
Because there's a difference.
But why?
What do you mean? But I don't know why
it's a win.
About winning.
Who cares? This is what irks people about you, Jim, because you focus on like he sucks, he's no good, and you don't.
And his stats aren't even that bad this year. His stats are pretty damn good. He's got a 112 quarterback rating.
That doesn't even matter. Hold on. Let me just get my point. My point is he has leadership ability, and in the intangibles, the same intangibles that you were kind of talking about, Michael Parsons, how he makes people be better. What Hurts is a calming force out on the field. He don't get himself all frazzled and everything else, and he makes plays and he manages the game. And being a game manager is part of being a quarterback. I think he's like the greatest thing since whatever. Does he throw the ball as hard as the other? No, but he does what he has to do to win. And at the end of the day, it's winning and losing football games.
I get that. You put up 10 points. Your defense bailed you out. Green Bay
they play hard. They did great.
You put up 10 points, dude. Here's the thing I always say about quarterbacks.
Yeah, Hurts was good for their
job is to carry you the right as it. Their job as a quarterback is to put points up. I think your backup would put more points up than Jalen Hurts does.
It's hard to say.
I really do.
It's hard to say.
I really know that. Maybe he can, but he's not going to.
Well, you're going to find out sooner or later. You're going to need points. And
why are we going to find out sooner or later? You've been saying he's going to be benched for the last 2 years.
The guy got the offense taken away from him last year. I proved my point there.
Taken away from him?
How many points did they score in the Super Bowl?
Hang on a second. After week 4, they changed the offense. Yes, this is a fact. This is a fact discussed on TV shows. It's not made up by me. They took the ball out of his hands. He stopped throwing the many passes and gave the ball to Barkley. That's what they started doing. They played more. They had more.
So he completely stopped throwing. He completely stopped throwing. He never threw another pass the rest of the season. Is that what you said? He got the ball taken away from him.
Hang on, let me finish. They had a more conservative passing game. They pulled it away.
They accounted for 38 total touchdowns last year.
That's what they did. Okay, stop saying total. That means he ran. He didn't throw. Okay.
Yeah, he ran. He's a dual threat quarterback. That's right, quarterbacks run nowadays.
Why did he run?
He does
because
he does what it takes to win.
These guys hate hearing the truth. He pulled back the pass.
It's all about passing yards. Like that's the be all and end all of being a great quarterback. Kirk Cousins throws for 5,000 yards a season. 4,000 yards a season.
Okay.
Does that make him a great quarterback?
Right? On bad teams. Your quarterback a couple years ago in your first Super Bowl run with Jalen Hurts, he averaged 130 yards passing. I'll call him if I want to call him. He averaged 130 yards passing a game in the playoffs, okay? And you guys are bragging he got you to a Super Bowl.
How did he do in that Super Bowl?
If you went back and watched those games,
he fumbled the ball and you lost.
How did he do it last year's Super Bowl?
Last year's Super Bowl, he threw 7-yard passes and he threw a deep ball and the game was decided.
Get out of here.
How many points did they score?
He picked that Kansas City.
You only needed
because Barkley was shut down.
You only needed a few points to win that game because your defense was
But we didn't just only put a few points. We blew them out in the Super Bowl.
Blew them out.
Because your defense. They didn't get across midfield the first half.
Right. It was our defense. Hurts didn't win the Super Bowl MVP. He didn't do anything. He didn't throw for 277 yards, 3 touchdown passes.
I have a question.
in a rushing touchdown.
Did they get past midfield in the first half, the Kansas City Chiefs?
So what? What's that got to do
No,
with
they
anything?
did not.
But that
That
doesn't
doesn't
affect
have
how
anything to do
the
with it.
offense
No,
played.
let me tell you something.
So
Let me
was
tell
that
you
a
something.
detriment against Hurts because the defense played well?
I didn't say it was against Hurts, but don't make it sound
No,
like he
you're
put the team on the
discrediting
back.
Hurts over every little thing,
I'm
dude,
just
like
credit,
you
I'm
always do.
giving credit to your defense. That's what I'm giving credit to.
Yeah, by saying Hurts is garbage and he gets carried and they
He's-
took the offense away with him.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one
Yeah.
who says it, though. Here's the thing: I'm not the only one who
Who
says it.
cares?
I think you are the
always
only one
quote-
that says it anymore.
Hold on a second. If I'm saying it and other people are saying it, then we all I guess we're all wrong.
Well, no. My question
Because
is,
you
you
don't wanna
always
hear it?
Yes,
here.
a lot of
Hold
people
on.
can
Time
be
out.
wrong.
Time out. You
You're
guys always
delusional.
talk about Nick Wright.
I'm
You
delusional.
That's
no,
no fine.
no,
No, I've
Jim.
heard people say it all the time. I posted
No,
in the group.
you post Nick
Let's
Wright
move
all the
on.
time.
Yeah,
Let's
Nick
move
Nick
on.
Wright
Wright's
is
No,
opinion.
Mr. No, I'm gonna
Let's
say
move
There,
this.
on.
you
Let's
post
move
Nick
on.
Wright's opinion.
Let's
You're
move on. Let's
automatically
move
like
on
getting no
before it
credit
gets out
from
of
me.
control.
All right, listen.
Let's move on before
I
it gets out
am.
of control.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on to this. You always talk about Nick Wright. Yeah. Here's the
I
guy.
didn't say I don't talk about Nick Wright.
But I'm saying you post him. I see you post him
And
every week.
about 10 other people. And about 10 other people I post too. But
Well,
keep
but
going.
I'm just going to say something about Nick Wright. Nick Wright was
Okay.
the guy last year that was saying the Eagles, they picked up Saquon Barkley. He was going to be, that was a horrible pick for them. All these other things that Nick Wright
A
says.
lot of people said that.
They're-
He ain't the only one who said that.
But let me
Other
just say
people
this.
said,
They're
hang
wrong.
on, Ed. Good.
No,
A lot of
the
people
guy was
were
dead
wrong.
wrong. He predicts so many things
Okay.
that are wrong. These guys never played a sport. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know where he comes from. I know that you don't have to play a sport. You can just follow it. But I'll just tell you this right now. Some of these pundits out there and these guys, they don't understand the game. They never played the game. They don't know it. And when I see stuff like this, it frustrates me because you got guys that are spouting off at the mouth and they don't see all the other side of the emotional side of the things that
I'm
why the guy
defending
picked
him.
the table.
I'm not going to defend what he said, but I will say this. The best running back in football when you got Barkley was the guy in San Francisco. Barkley had a history of injuries. That's what people
Because
were
his
talking about.
offensive
They
line
weren't saying the guy
was terrible.
But, but they weren't saying that the guy was garbage. They're saying this guy has a history of injuries. And I'll be honest with you, I was thinking the same thing too. This guy might get hurt. Like, I don't know. But then it turned out it was a great move. It was phenomenal.
His offensive line in New York was god awful. They were horrible.
I know that, but nobody really realized that. But also, Barkley would get hurt on plays that had nothing to do with the offensive line. He got hurt on play catching a pass and a flat. You know what I mean? So that's why people start
too much. All right.
But I said this when he signed Barkley. I said his best year in Philadelphia. And I said before he played one down in Philly, I said his best year will be his first year. I didn't know he was going to run with 2,000. I had no idea. I said his best year will be his first year, and after that, it's going to be down. Now, he helped me out by going for 2,000 because you can't get any better. So he helped me out when I made that call.
Yeah.
But this year, and I said the whole season this year, I said, I don't think he runs for 1,300 or 1,400 yards this year. And a lot of people yelled at me, and I never played it down in football, right, Ed? And guess what? I'm going to hit this one.
But at least
I think I'm going to hit this one. He ain't going to break 1,450.
No, look what they had. They got Tank Bigsby in there right now, so they're not trying to kill the guy either. And I will say this: the Eagles' offensive line this year is not as good. Steen was annoying me last night to no end. What Steen was annoying, Steen was driving me crazy. He's going back every usually when you get how loud the game was. Look, Lambeau Field was really loud last night, right? So Steen, he keeps looking backwards. They go off on a quick count. Here you go. The guy's standing up. I mean, they're coming right into him. He got beat quite a few times last night when I'm watching him play.
Push. I want Carrie to talk about this one. The tush push reared its ugly head last night with an offsides and didn't get called. What do you think about that?
It happened to both teams.
Carrie, is it gone? Is it gone next year?
Yeah, I think it's gone.
I have a theory.
I'm not Carrie.
Let me hear it, Carrie.
I think the NFL's kind of letting the plays go a little bit on that. So when the time comes, it looks like evidence to vote against it.
Listen, I don't blame. You know what? I can go with that theory. I can.
Yeah.
I think
I-
I think the NFL. You're on to something, Carrie. I'm right with you. I don't mean to cut you off. Before I forget, I keep forgetting things. I think you hit it right on the head. They're gonna let things go and let it hang itself.
Yeah.
So when the time comes, the NFL really doesn't like it because it's not flashy for the NFL. Now they can get rid of it. I think you hit the nail on the head, Carrie. I really do. You're welcome.
I think it's. I'm good with it. If they're gonna let us get away
Well,
with
if they
if
get
they're
rid
gonna
of
let
it,
us get away with it for the rest of the season, I'm good with
I
it.
hear you, but it's going to be gone.
I mean, it's gonna be
the off-
gone regardless next season. We know it. The writing's on the wall. I mean,
I don't like the offsides. I wouldn't cry much if it wasn't offsides. But being
but Green Bay,
offsides,
Green Bay got away with one last
They
night
did.
too.
They did. They did.
But you
They
guys
got
can
away
get
with
with
a
that
couple
offside
calls.
play.
That trip on.
I agree with listen,
Micah. That
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
penalties
that
on
was
every play.
that was Bush League on his part.
There's
It was
penalties on
Bush
every
League.
play.
Yeah.
I just heard the guy retired from the Cowboys, Martin, Zach Martin. He goes, I'm sorry. He goes, you had like 7 holding calls and only like 9
Oh
penalties. Some
yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
yeah.
He goes, I held every other play. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
I saw
He
that
goes,
interview. Yeah.
You got to know how to do it. You got to know how to do it.
If you see the
I
inside
held
press
every other
plate
play.
of an offensive line of a defensive lineman, that's what you got to shoot your hands high, get your little advice, shoot your thumbs in, get your hands in, and that's where they try to steer them and grab them right up in there.
But I think
It happened on a
Ed.
play last night where Toth got called for a holding. He was just holding his guy, and then Barkley
Yes.
took the wrong turn.
And if there's that separation, he goes the other way, you can see it. Right.
Yeah, and then he
I
got
think
called for the holding.
for a guard is easier to get away with because you're inside with that.
Definitely.
Of course.
Yeah, okay. I figured it would be.
Yeah. Well, we got to realize that wide 9 rusher or wide guy right outside of your shoulder coming up field like that, that's not easy. That's all about getting in front of the guy and staying in front of him.
I couldn't imagine blocking Derek Thomas.
No.
I couldn't imagine blocking Derek Thomas like that.
Those guys were so
and
fast.
If you push them down,
Man,
if you push them down,
I'll put him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like even if you push them down and go down, they call that a hold.
Yeah.
You know, if they're falling, it's crazy. Sometimes I don't think some things are holds. You know, I just think, it's just war. You know, guys falling. I don't know. Some of the calls I don't like the NFL. Some of the pass interference. There was a couple pass. I think the Eagles had one they got away with.
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys get away with a little pass interference, especially hooking the hips and reaching around. Like I was always told, if you reached around, you weren't allowed to touch that receiver. You had to do it almost like getting around and not touching him. Like you bumped him. And when I was playing pickup games, if you bump somebody reaching around, they were as a you hit. You know what I mean? They wanted the flag.
Yeah, we used to be good coverage. We used to be shut down coverage is a penalty nowadays. You know what I mean? So
exactly. Oh, I'm looking at like that one call almost was costly last night with Jahad Campbell. The one on the downfield at the end, the pass interference. But I'll tell you what, he did. I'm sounding like such a homer here, but whatever. I'm really excited. Shut up. Anyway, one thing I will tell you, I am really excited about this defense. I love watching this defense. I was like enjoying myself.
They're playoff ready, man.
I looked at them last night.
And I was like, this time of year, defense.
Wow.
Let's see how Detroit does against you. If you can hold Detroit under 24, and I don't know the weather. I mean, you're not. If you were in Detroit and held them under 24, I'd say you're playoff ready. But you're going to be home. I can't see Detroit getting more than 27.
Jordan Davis, was he hurt? Was Davis hurt last night? He did squash one guy. I saw that. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't think he got a lot of reps.
One time I was like, whoa. But he didn't get that many rips last night. I don't know if he was just tired or hurt or sick or something. You know,
Jomo got a lot of the reps. Jomo and Carter seems to be in there like every play, man.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever give that guy a rest, man.
I don't think he was loving that too much, but whatever.
Like, I didn't see no Ty Robinson. I didn't see any of the other guys.
Robinson hasn't getting as many reps.
Nolan Smith being back was great.
Yes.
You got some boring football on Sunday because the Eagles are Sunday night and the Cowboys are Monday night. So we got late nights for us. I can't believe you guys are Sunday against Detroit. That makes it even colder. I don't know the weather, what's going to be then.
Yeah.
But I think if it's a 1:00 game for Detroit here, it's a little warmer. They may have a better chance. I don't think Detroit has a chance here in Philly on Sunday night. I don't.
Yeah,
As much as I want to bet against you guys and cheer against you, if you told me right now, Jimmy, for $1 million, who's winning this game Sunday night, and it's going to be 30 degrees in Philadelphia, yeah, I'm taking the Eagles.
Yeah.
I'll pick. You know what I mean? But of course, I'm going to be the bad guy and root against you because I can't have you win. You know that?
Yes.
That's
Either
what
that,
that
or you come to an epiphany and actually realize you live in Philly.
yeah.
Well, I live in Philly and you don't. I live in Philly and
I
neither one
know.
of you do. So you should both go cheer for the
Us
Giants.
South Jersey guys, you know,
Yeah,
we realize us. Yeah.
But then station information says I'm the only guy who really lives in Philly on this broadcast.
Oh God, you know how many times I heard this in college too? It was so funny.
Okay,
Guys used to say that to me all the time.
I work
you
in
don't even live in
Philadelphia.
Pennsylvania, huh? Yeah.
That's right. You know,
Hey,
Good.
that's okay. It's fine.
Thank God.
Yeah.
you're lucky. You don't
Well, I
live in
can tell you
Philadelphia.
this: we're almost the same distance to Dallas, though.
Yeah.
What was that? 2,000 miles.
Let's say this on the Cowboys defense. I'm interested to see this week because they got the new guy from the Jets. I really never watched them play because I don't watch the Jets. But they get Overshown back this week. I don't know how much he's going to play,
Yeah.
but he comes back. I'm just interested to see him. I want to see if he's still as fast. I hope they don't. They're not going to start him and bury him in. He'll probably get more time against you guys the following week on a turf. He's probably better anyway on a turf. But I want to see Overshown. I'm excited to see the kid.
He had a nasty knee injury, man.
Everything was red. But that dude, and I remember 2 years ago, Micah was here, and I remember them saying, I was like, really? And they said Micah wasn't even the fastest linebacker on the Cowboys. I'm like, who? Who the hell's Overshown? But he was hurt then.
Yeah.
And then he came back last year. I remember seeing him the first time in that Cleveland game, and he was just a different league. I wonder how much Overshown had to play in Micah being traded, if any.
I don't know.
You know?
Yeah, I think Micah being traded was mostly Micah.
Yeah, you might be right.
That was Micah and Jerry, man. That was.
Well, let's talk about.
I still can't believe that happened. I'm still in shock.
Fellas, the next show, what I'd like to do, we'll get a field of 64 of your favorite movies, and we'll go head to head because me and Jim and I were doing this. Jim and I were doing this a little bit earlier today, and we're talking about I'll just throw two movies out there that we were talking about. The two of our favorites. The one was Gladiator, the other's Tombstone. I said Gladiator versus yeah, I know that. So that's basically the gist of the game.
Gladiator.
But I'm going to say,
that's a tough one, though. That's a tough one.
What was the other one? Gladiator and what?
Tombstone.
Gladiator and Shawshank. But the problem is, I was telling Eddie, I see Shawshank every week on TV. Yeah. I don't see Gladiator.
Yeah, I'm Shawshanked out.
Yeah, something out. But you know what debate was always good I used to have? I always say Pulp Fiction against Goodfellas. I think they're both, or Casino against Goodfellas or something like that.
Yeah. Those two would actually be more closely aligned for me.
I think Pulp Fiction is every good as Goodfellas, if not better, in my opinion.
Right.
That's just me. Maybe I've seen Goodfellas so many times.
Pulp Fiction kept losing everything to Forrest Gump that year. They lost the Oscars to Forrest Gump. They lost the movie awards to Forrest Gump.
And I'm going to say this, and I've been saying this for years after 1994, that 1994 was the greatest year of movies ever.
So let me ask you this: Reservoir Dogs versus Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh, I only see Reservoir Dogs once. I'm going Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, that's. So there's some.
It's
still a great movie, though.
I like Dustin. I like a lot of Tarantino.
Tarantino
is one of my favorite directors.
True Romance is good. You seen that, right? True Romance.
Django.
Yeah.
True Romance. Yeah, that's somebody. Yeah,
you never seen it on TV.
Yeah, we're talking about True Romance.
That's a great movie. I love that
Peaches.
That is Peaches. Yeah.
And Gary Oldman being in that, and I didn't know that was Gary Oldman. He was the pimp.
Gary
Yeah.
Oldman. Yeah, he
Oh
was
no,
in there.
that's Christopher Walken.
And then the Sicilian scene, and a lot of people watch that. You know,
Yeah.
you're Sicilian. Huh? Yeah. By the way, your grandmother has sex with a black man. Have a Chesterfield? I mean, that's basically what he says to him.
Okay, there's
That's
some
what he
movie
said.
quotes that we don't need right now, and that's one of all right.
That's
Well,
a great
fellas,
funny. But you know what's
let-
even better about that movie is
What's
how
that?
many stars you see in that movie, like that were young that became huge. The guy from the famous The Sopranos, he was in that movie. There was so many superstars in that movie. True
John
romance.
Gandolfini, James
Yeah.
Gandolfini.
I think Tom Sizemore is in it too. There's so many of Val. I think Val Kilmer is in there or something.
I think
Plays
Tom
Val-
Sizemore is one of the most underrated actors, man. I
Who
thought he
is?
was Tom Sizemore. I thought
Oh,
he
he was
a great actor,
fantastic.
man.
Poor guy passed away. Fantastic
Yeah,
actor.
he just had his problems, man.
Yeah, but he was a great actor.
You know who's in a ton of movies? I just seen him today, and he was in Platoon. Is it William C. McGinley? He was in Point Break.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was
he's
in
in
Platoon.
all of Oliver
He's
Stone's
in every
movies.
movie. He's in every movie. William C. McGinley. He was in Set It Off.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was in Platoon. He was in Scrubs.
Yes. He was in. Dude, that dude is everywhere.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
he's always Oliver. He's in every Oliver Stone movie. He's like Oliver Stone's favorite actor or something.
Oh, do you know Oliver Stone movies?
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
was in
realize
Any
that.
Given Sunday too. Remember, he was a reporter in
Any
Yes,
Given
he's the
Sunday?
reporter. He's the reporter.
Yeah.
Who got pushed
That
down.
dude, he's a great actor. I don't care. He's a great actor.
So we're gonna do Field of 64 TV shows, movies, and we'll get cranking on those because I think that's gonna. So if you guys out there in viewer land, you guys could participate in that also. So
I'm a big Star Wars fan.
I'm a huge Star
Mavericks
Wars
fired
fan.
the GM.
Yeah,
The
and then we'll
Mavericks
do
fired the man that traded Luca.
favorite movie
See
quote.
that today?
Huh?
The Mavericks fired the guy who traded Luca.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Nico
yeah,
Harrison,
yeah.
He should have
Oh.
He's
fired him
also
that
the
day.
guy that built the team.
All right. Well, fellas, I think we had a good show.
I guess Lumpy's not coming.
Lumpy's not coming. Hey,
Yeah.
if you guys like
I
our
think my
show,
wife
this
does.
is the show that puts ADD on the map. Check us out at straightshootersports.com. And also, like, subscribe. You got Devastation, whatever he's talking about. Devastation information. He's out there. And like I said, the show that puts ADD on the map. That's us right here at Straight Shooter Sports. You guys have a great night. Don't forget, Field 64.
Peace.
Peace. See ya.
All right.